Ladies and gentlemen, the Indy cars are finally going the right way at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Today's May 13th. Boy, oh boy, is it a good day. 13 days to the Indianapolis, 12 days to the Indianapolis 500. First day of practice, such a good day. I'd like to say we are very even lucky the fact that this practice even happened. I was coming home from school, clouds. Even when I was in school, I was looking out the window. Clouds. Hasn't rained yet. Then I'm sitting in the third block and starts pouring rain. So I check the speedway and it's like raining, I guess, there for a little bit. And then, it stops raining and I come home. I'm looking at my window. Rain. So, and I get home, I turn on my TV and I'm like, well, I bet this is, going to be rain and canceled. Well, we got cars on the track. And I was hyped. And the whole time I watched Indy 500 practice, as it rained, and as you guys know, I roughly live like an hour away from the track, so I figured, oh man, it's going to rain, it's going to get rained out, we're not going to get any practice in. Literally, we had the whole practice except for the last 30 minutes because of lightning in the area. So we missed about 30 minutes, we missed the last 30 minutes, and then we missed about 5 minutes in the middle. But overall, what a great day at the track. No crashes, thank God. That's what I was hoping for today. No wrecks. Honestly, I hope there's no wrecks going into qualifying, because I hate when wrecks play into the bump factor. But it's Indy. You're probably going to have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, who knows? You'll probably have wrecks. You most certainly will have wrecks this month. That's just a part of the 500. I just hope the wrecks don't affect qualifying, but I'm sure they will, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But overall, beautiful day at track. Just absolutely stunning. I freaking loved it. It was the perfect first day you could have wanted, except for the fact that basically nobody was there because of the rain factor. Obviously, we know the 500, not a lot of people go to the practice sessions because people have work. But I think there probably would have been double the amount of people there if people didn't think it was going to get rained. I looked at it this morning, and I literally told my dad, 0% chance this happens. What do you know? It ends up happening, and we didn't race. We practiced. But what I can tell you from practice is, when I talk about Chevy-powered cars, I think I'm talking about Penske and only Penske. I do think Honda has the edge on Chevys. I think Penske's could pretty much be the only Chevrolet team that has a shot. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. You had Will Power, Joseph Newgard, and Scott McLaughlin all in the top 5 with Scott Dixon and Alex Palou with them. I really do think this is probably going to be Ganassi versus Penske this year, with Meyer-Shank in the mix and probably Andretti in the mix too, with McLaren, I'd assume. And the reason why I say Meyer-Shank before I say McLaren and Andretti is solely because Meyer-Shank has that partnership with Ganassi now. So essentially, Elio Castroneves, Felix Rosenqvist, and Marcus Armstrong all have a Ganassi car. I think Elio Castroneves having a Ganassi car is a really fascinating, really fascinating feature. There's the word I was looking for. Feature to this race. I was talking to one of my teachers at my school, and he was telling me how he thinks that Elio Castroneves is his pick for the Indy 500 win, solely because he has that Ganassi car. We all know Ganassi's a stud at Indy. We obviously know Elio Castroneves is a stud. He's one of 4 men to win the Indy 500 4 times. He's going for a record-breaking 5th win this year. Wouldn't that be cool? 50 years old, he wins his 5th 500. Big old 50, big old 5 for number 5. That'd be pretty cool. Do I think it's going to happen? Maybe. I don't know. I believe he finished 6th today. He was, I'm trying to remember. I only have the top 5 written down. So I think Castroneves was 6th. But he was in the top 5 all day. His speeds were good. He looked good. But that's the guys at the front. I really want to also talk about Alexander Rossi and Ed Carpenter racing. He looked really good. I don't think the rest of Ed Carpenter racing honestly looked good. I think Rossi looked good. But if one car looks good, then they probably all look good. But that also is not 100% true, because last year, Sato looked really good for Ray Hall, and the team flat out sucked. So who knows? I do think it is really going to be Penske, Ganassi, Meyer-Shank. I'll say AJ Foyt, because they have the partnership with Penske. So I think Penske, Ganassi, Meyer-Shank, Foyt, Andretti, and McLaren. I think the win is coming from one of those 6 teams, with Alexander Rossi being the outcast of that. That's what I'm confident in. Teams I am very much worried for about being bumped is, I'm going to give you 3 teams, and the bump's going to come from one of these 3 teams. Prema, Coyne, Ray Hall. Let's talk about Ray Hall. Ray Hall they just don't look like they've improved. It just looks like it's going to be another Ray Hall month, Sato, I noticed Sato was in the bottom 4. That was huge to me, having Sato in the bottom 4. And I also noticed Foster and Ray Hall were down there with Sato. Devlin DeFrancesco was up more in the pack, but, I don't think that 3 or your 4 cars struggling for pace is a good thing. Honestly, it's just, it doesn't look very good that you had Ray Hall struggling for pace. Also, Coyne really struggled for pace. The only cars Coyne were faster than was Prema. I think you had VK and Abel were down there all day long. Maybe they got faster at the end. Like I said, I really wasn't looking. I was just looking at the top 5. I should have written this down. Tomorrow I'll have the 1 through 34 written down. But Coyne looked slow. The only cars they were truly faster than, in my opinion, was the Prema cars. Now, Prema is way off the pace. There's no hiding that. Prema is slow. The bump will probably be a Prema car and probably be Robert Schwartzman. And I even made a whole video on that yesterday talking about why I think Robert Schwartzman is most definitely going to be the bump this year. So please go check that video out. They just look slow. They didn't get out there until 50 minutes left in the session. They just looked slow, and they looked like they didn't know what they were doing. They looked out of place, and they were both cars are a whole 2 miles off the next car. It just was a bad look for Prema, and I'm very confident they are the bump. Now, another guy I'm going to talk about, and he comes from a team that is honestly, I think, has a good shot at winning, which is Andretti Global, and I think that their one-off driver, Marco Andretti, is really going to struggle this month. Would not surprise me if he's not in the last row shootout whatsoever. Marco basically said, our car was faster in the April test. He doesn't feel confident. And he made a weird comment saying there's too many buttons on his steering wheel. That was very weird to me. You're a race car driver. Of course your car steering wheel has buttons. So that was weird. If I'm to pick my I'm going to pick my Fast 12, my bottom 4 right now. This is day 1. If I had to pick my Fast 12, I'm going to go Newgarden, McLaughlin, Power, Palou, Dixon, Palou, Dixon. I'll go Herta, Kirkwood, Erickson. I have faith. Pato, Christian. And I'll go Rosenquist and Castroneves. I'm going to leave Foyt out. That might be a mistake. I'm leaving Rossi out. Maybe I'm too generous. Maybe I'm being too generous there. But that's just what I'm thinking. That could be wrong. That's just what I'm thinking day 1. Actually, I'm going to do every day on these practice review videos. I'm going to give you what I think the Fast 12 and bottom 4 will be. I'm probably change every day. Bottom 4, Kyle Milot, Robert Schwartzman, that's easy. They'll probably be 33rd and 44th. Just for the sake of the video, I'm going to throw Marco Andretti in there just because he was really struggling. And I'll throw Jacob Abel. Honestly, the Prema and Abel's probably a lock, but the Marco Andretti is probably just there for the sake of the video. We'll have to see. Honestly, there's not much to talk about today because we didn't really learn a lot. But I just can't wait for this month to keep unfolding. And there's so many storylines heading into this month of May. Just day 1 of this Indianapolis 500. So stay tuned and see ya.